Welcome back to the Political Pulse 2.0. Today we're tackling one of the biggest questions in American democracy. Has the United States moved beyond the need for the Electoral College? Should we be focusing solely on the popular vote when it comes to presidential elections? Let's break it down and ask why this system, which dates back to the 18th century, still governs our elections in the 21st century. The Electoral College was established during the Constitutional Convention of 1787. The idea behind it was to balance power between smaller states and larger states, giving less populous states a voice in the selection of the president. The Founding Fathers wanted to avoid direct democracy and safeguard the election from potential manipulation by giving electors the final say. But here's the big question. Is this system still relevant today? In recent years, we've seen multiple instances where a candidate won the popular vote but lost the presidency due to the Electoral College. The most notable examples include the 2000 election between George W. Bush and Al Gore, and the 2016 election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. These outcomes have sparked debate over whether the United States should transition to a system that relies solely on the popular vote, where every vote counts equally. So, why don't we switch to the popular vote? One reason is that abolishing the Electoral College would require a constitutional amendment, which is an incredibly difficult process. It would need the approval of 2/3 of both houses of Congress and 3/4 of the states. And here's the kicker. Many smaller states benefit from the current system because it gives them more influence than they would have under a popular vote. For example, a state like Wyoming has just over 500,000 people but 3 electoral votes. Compare that to California with 55 electoral votes for nearly 40 million people. The electoral system gives disproportionate power to smaller states, and they're not likely to support a change that would reduce their influence. This is one of the biggest obstacles to adopting a popular vote. But here's something interesting. While the country has not moved toward the popular vote for presidential elections, we do rely on it for almost every other election. Governors, senators, congresspeople, these elections are all decided by popular vote. So why is the presidency the exception? Why do we treat this one position differently? The debate over the Electoral College also touches on broader questions about voter turnout and democracy itself. Some experts believe that eliminating the Electoral College could increase voter participation, especially in states that currently feel left out of the process. Imagine knowing that every vote counts equally, regardless of where you live. Would that encourage more people to vote? So, here's the real question. Are we ready to move beyond the Electoral College and focus solely on the popular vote? Or does the system still serve an important purpose in balancing power between states? And if we don't switch, how do we address the growing frustration with an electoral system that doesn't always reflect the popular will? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Political Pulse 2.0 for more in-depth discussions on the future of American democracy.